When we started Cafe Vivo, we had a band called Herb Payne and the Is it still called Herb and the Rockets, or just the Rockets? Who remembers the Rockets? Who's heard of the Rockets, apart from anybody related to the Rockets? Oh, we got a few. Right, okay. So afterwards, Herb came to me and he said, look, in the 30s, I was in a... Oh, sorry. 70s, 60s. I was in a band, part of a movement, and I was in a band called the Amen, and been asked to get back together again, and could they play Cafe Vivo? And this is their first time together in 44 years? 43 years. But we also, interestingly, have a bit of a Welsh theme going on, because not only does Hannah live in Wales, but this guy lives in Wales too. So, Derek lives in Wales. Do you live near Hannah, by the way? Because I know you exchanged notes earlier.
Nowhere near her at all.
Oh, well, that's the end of that conversation.
She only just crosses the border into Cardiff. I'm right in West Wales, Haverfordwest.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, yeah, you haven't got much of a Welsh accent.
Oh, no, boy.
Hannah, can you beat that? Are you any better with the Welsh accent? We're just comparing Welsh accents. We wonder whether you and Derek, who the best? Can we have a boy or?
There's
Lovely. Oh, that's very good.
There's tidy, my love.
We could probably leave them just to converse for the whole evening. Anyway, so they're going to be playing for us in a minute, but we thought what we'd do first is have a little conversation with the three guys. And so, Herb, Richard, Derek, tell us a little bit about the Amen. What's the story? What's behind it?
Well, I'll start off because I was a little boy.
How old exactly?
And these were bigger boys. Well, I was when I was 14. My friend Richard, who was several years older than me, had a guitar, and he used to play his guitar in Tuesday Fellowship. And I thought, this is fantastic, because you weren't allowed to have guitars in church in those days. And nobody I knew had a guitar, but Richard had a guitar, and I wanted to play guitar. So and there's a picture of me with my first guitar. There it is. In fact, that's it, my first guitar, which was called Magic, and it was. So eventually, when after a year of playing guitar, Richard said, could I join a band with him?
Oh, wow, so you're in a band, Richard?
Yeah, I was. Was I? Yeah, we was in Gospel Tones. We were called the Gospel Tones.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
It was a bit wild.
Hey, what sounds absolutely out there on
Three
the edge.
melodicas and a squeeze box.
Is that right?
Oh, and bagpipes. Derek played the bagpipes, yeah.
So you were in a band called the Gospel Tones.
We had a band called the Gospel
Derek
Tones.
in there as well?
Derek played the Visimio. Derek played the squeeze box.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
okay. I have no idea what that is.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So we all go back a
great.
long way, really.
Okay. And so you then, your Gospel Tones, and then what happened then?
Well, we got heavy.
You got heavy.
We got heavy.
Well, you got flute.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, Herb came along and he started to play.
Did he heavy it up?
I showed him a few chords, and after about a couple of months, I thought, this bloke's a brilliant guitar player. He's much better than me.
I was a bit confused. Did you have electricity in them days then?
No.
Oh.
No phones, nothing.
It's all on gas.
Excellent.
So, yeah, we started a sort of it was like a boy band, but it was a Christian beat group.
Excellent. Okay. And what is Christian beat? Can you tell us what that is?
What we're going to be doing later.
Right. So excellent. Okay. So we'll get to know what that is. Okay. So you formed this band, the Amen. Is that right?
That's right.
And
yes,
it was
that's
the three
right.
of you.
There's the three of us. Then we had a drummer from time to time. We had a guy called the grumbling drummer to start with, who grumbled all the time, so he didn't last long. Then we had various drummers, didn't we?
The one that couldn't keep in time.
Yeah.
Well, that's normal, isn't it, for drummers? Sorry, Nick. Sorry, Nick. I did. Sorry.
Drummers, they're strange breed.
There
drummers.
are lots of drummers jokes.
Are there any drummers here tonight? Yeah.
Nick Willoughby is a drummer.
Is he? Do you know the one about? You can always tell when the stage is level. Dribble out both sides of the mouth.
All the old ones are the best.
All the old ones are the best.
So you formed this band called the Amen, bit of Christian rock and roll. What did you do?
Well, at the time, it was at the time of Christian coffee bars and things like that, and we just wanted to sort of take the message around to people that wouldn't normally go to church. So we played in coffee bars, prisons. We went to prison quite a lot, didn't we? Prison. Yeah.
Was it just visiting, or was
just visiting?
excellent?
we started up with usually opened up with "Open Up Them Pearly Gates," and
When we did about freedom, didn't we?
freedom. We did a song called "Freedom." Yeah.
So you had a great big tour bus for the
Yeah,
three of you.
yeah,
And you used
yeah, we
to
had a
go
big
in
tour
with
bus.
10 more than you came out with. Came in with.
Played at the Albert
Yeah.
Hall. We played at the Albert Hall.
Well, Four Cortina. Who remembers Cortinas? Then you remember the Four Cortina?
Anglia. Before
Yeah.
that, it was before that.
Oh, was it? Oh, sorry. Anglia. I do remember Anglia, yes, I do. Although I'd just like to point out, when you were last playing, I was actually only 3. Okay, so you play bars and clubs and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, we played at the Albert Hall.
Albert Hall?
Yeah, the
What,
Albert
as in
Hall.
the big Albert London?
No, the Albert Hall Kingsclear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I knew there was
We
something.
met all sorts of interesting people. Shall we tell them? We played at the Westminster Central Hall for the Crusaders gathering, and we were sitting there, weren't we, between the gigs, and a head came around the door. He says, "Excuse me, can you direct us to the gentleman's cloakroom?" I said, "Yeah, down the end there, second on the right." Then the door closed, I said, and that was Cliff,
What, as in
as in Cliff Richard.
Sir Cliff Richard?
Sir Cliff Richard.
Well, he obviously wasn't Sir then, but wow. So did you play for him, or was he...
Well, no, we asked him if he'd like to sing with us, but he turned it down.
Oh, dear. Well, because he
I
probably
can't
was...
understand it.
He was worried, wasn't he? He wouldn't
He
have
was
been able to
worried.
match up to you
Yeah,
guys.
Depth, really.
That's right. Okay, so how long were you together? How long did you play together?
I guess it was about 5 years altogether. Derek got married and moved away, and Richard and I continued with Martin Wells, if you remember Martin Wells. Some guys might. And I guess it's 5 years and 300 gigs, something like that. So it's
that's
a long
quite
time.
good. So you felt that there was a real benefit to what you're doing? You really enjoyed it and felt you brought something...
Okay, you'll hear the songs, they don't pull any punches. They're kind of very direct. You know, you got no time for God at all. You know, what you want is what we got. You know, that sort of stuff, which you wouldn't do nowadays. You wouldn't do, but it was blatant gospel. And people did come to Christ, you know. So it was
And these songs that you're going to be doing now have not been performed for 40-odd years?
correct.
Wow.
They're vintage songs.
So is there a 12-inch vinyl or 78 somewhere of these on there?
There is, yeah.
It's a collector's item.
Tonight we thought we might make a few deliberate mistakes,
Oh, okay.
just to prove that we're not miming, you know.
Well, like Dolly Parton did at Glastonbury. Oh, okay. Okay, right. So that's great. So why are you back together? What's the reason for getting back together?
Well,
What is the reason?
I don't know.
I think. When the Rockets were here, Richard and I looked at each other and said, "Well, this is just like going back 40 years because we played together in Christian coffee bars. You know, this feels like home territory." So we bumped into Derek at an anniversary, and sort of started a relationship again. So we all got in contact with each other and decided we'd give it a go and see if you wanted us to do something.
Well,
for
we're
you.
very much looking... Who's looking forward to this? I'm very much looking forward to this. Keith will be looking forward to this because he loves good old Christian rock and roll, don't you, Keith? Keith Nab is not... He's ignoring me, but never mind. Okay, so that's great. Thank you very much. We're looking forward to this. We're calling... That's enough for now. And you guys are come on and do... So the plan is they're going to do half their set now. Then Hannah's going to come back and do some more. And then these guys are going to finish off the evening. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Thanks very much.
Thank you.